What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got 6 NBA player props that I do really like for today's 10 game slate. We are on a 13-3 run over the last 4 days, and let me tell you, we got some sharp looks tonight. I just want to get right into the picks. Let's do it. All right, my first prop is in the Rockets-Raptors game, and I'm going with Mamu, or Sandro Mamu. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the rest of that. But this guy used to be on the Bucks, and he's a solid player. And the reason we're betting on him today is because Jakob Poeltl is doubtful for tonight's game. So Mamu will be stepping into his place as their starting center. And he's projected, as you guys can see, 24 solid minutes. So if we just look at games where he does get minutes, you can see he's had no trouble scoring at least 9 points. The one time this season when he saw over 20 minutes, he scored 16 points. And his odds to make one three-pointer is -235, -244, and 1.5 on almost every other book. So they clearly think he's going to make one three-pointer tonight because the Rockets have been terrible at defending above the break threes, where Mamu scores 33% of his points. Not to mention they're bottom 10 at defending the restricted area, where Mamu scores another 52% of his points. So like I told my members in Discord, the Rockets so far this season are a bottom 10 unit at defending, where Mamu scores 85% of his points. So if we look at games where he plays 20 to 27 minutes, because he's projected to play 24, versus the bottom half of the league at defending the restricted area, he's averaging almost 14 points, going over in 8 out of 9 games. And this is his 9.5 line. We got it at 8.5 right here on BetMGM. Now back to what I was saying earlier, how his three-pointer is heavily favored over 1.5. If we look at games where he's made one three-pointer and seen the minutes, he's only gone under this line twice out of 13 games. I really just think Mamu has a good game tonight because this guy is a hustler, and when he's in the game, he plays hard. So my first play of the day is Sandro Mamu over 8.5 points. Now my second play of the day is in the Magic Pistons game, and I'm scrolling down to Isaiah Stewart and scrolling over to his 0.5 3-point prop, which he somehow hit in every single game so far this season. So I feel like at plus 120 is what I got it at, or plus 116. Any of these is worth throwing 0.5 units on, because you can see he's taken no less than 2 3-pointers in every single game. And RotoWire has Jalen Duren projected to just play 25 minutes tonight, while Isaiah Stewart is projected to play 23 minutes tonight. There's something fishy going on here. I think Jalen Duren might get into foul trouble in this game because one of the main guards, Franz Wagner, scores 60% of his points by driving to the basket. So if Jalen Duren does get into foul trouble early, that means we're seeing a lot of Isaiah Stewart, who has been playing pretty well this season. He's been rebounding the heck out of the ball. But what we're looking at is when he plays 26 minutes, and when he's taken at least one three-point attempt. He's made one in 13 out of 22 games. Now, like I was just saying, he hasn't taken less than 2 this season. So if we bump this up to 2, he's hit in every single game, which to me is why I think there's value at plus money here. If he shoots 0 for 2, 0 for 3, then I'll take the L and we lose 0.5 units. But similar players through Props Madness have all made one three-pointer as well. Bam, Onyeka Okongwu, and Nikola Vucevic have all made one three-pointer. And like I showed in Discord, I think this would be worst case scenario. Isaiah Stewart seeing 18 to 24 minutes max, only taking 1 to 2 attempts, but the Pistons are at home where he does shoot a little better. We're sitting at almost 70% hit rate, worst case scenario for tonight's game. So again, that's why I see the value in plus money here. So Isaiah Stewart over 0.5 3-pointers is my second prop for tonight. Third prop is in the Hawks-Nets game, and I'm running back Trae Young's assists. We took this at 9.5 versus the Bulls, and he ended with 17 assists. And I'm liking his matchup again tonight versus a terrible Brooklyn Nets team. Trae Young didn't have the easiest assist matchup to start the season with the Magic, Thunder, and even the Raptors, where they lost by 20. Then the one time he gets a good matchup, he goes right back to being Trae Young. And if we look at how Trae Young performed versus the Nets last season, we can see he had no less than 21 potential assists. So if he's getting up to that 20 potential assist mark, which I think he will again tonight, I'm liking our chances of him going over 10.5. We see in 20 to 27 potential assists. In away games, he's gone over in 23 out of 25 games over the past 2.5 years. Even if we drop this down to 15 potential assists, which is below his season average so far, the hit rate isn't terrible. But Jalen Johnson and Risa Shea are also probable for tonight. tonight, which does make me like this play even more. Looking at games with both of those guys, and when they play a bottom 10 ranked team at limiting assists, Trae Young has had no problem racking up 11 assists. And you can see here the Brooklyn Nets are allowing the most assists per game and have the worst defense in the league. I'm really liking Trae Young here on his assists. I do like his points and assists as well. I think he could go off in the points department tonight, but his double-double is sitting at negative 200 plus odds on almost every book, so we're taking him to get one more assist at negative 120, negative 130. I like our chances there. So my third prop is Trae Young over 10.5 assists. Now, just continuing down the line here, my fourth prop is Nikola Vucevic over 10.5 rebounds. Now, I like this prop because the Kings don't really have anyone else to rebound the ball other than Sabonis. This man, Sabonis, had 36 rebound chances last game. I did like Sabonis' rebound line at 12.5. It's so hard for me to take an over on someone who needs to grab 14 rebounds in a game, no matter how good I think Sabonis is. But Vucevic should be battling down low with him all night. We can see versus the Kings in the past, Vooch has been able to grab 11 rebounds and has had up to 19 rebound chances. And so far this season, he's over in 2 out of 3 games, with his one miss being against the best rebounding team he's faced so far this season, which the Kings definitely are not. The Kings, who allow the 5th most rebounds per game, are more similar to the Atlanta Hawks, who allow the 3rd most rebounds per game, and Vooch had 17 versus them. So I really think Vooch could see 17, 19 rebound chances, even 21 like he did versus the Pistons. So if we just look at his rebound chances here, when he sees 16, his hit rate has been insane. As we bump it up, it obviously will get better. Even when we put his ceiling to 21 rebound chances, because he hasn't really gotten more than that, this hit rate is still good. Now again, the Bulls are at home, which he does tend to rebound a little better at. If we look down here, Props Madness, similar players that have the similar play type, play style, build as Nikola Vucevic. All they have is Nurkic here, but he demolished this line. He grabbed 11 rebounds with a 4.5 line. And then by position, Isaiah Hartenstein grabbed 14 rebounds, Ayton grabbed 15. Walker Kessler only grabbed 9, but those guys have like 100 centers on their team. And even Mark Williams was able to grab 11 rebounds. So if those guys can do it, I feel like Vucevic is able to do it as well. He's projected to play the most points out of anyone on the Bulls tonight. And like I said, I just think he battles it out down low with Sabonis tonight. So yeah, my fourth prop is Nikola Vucevic over 10.5 rebounds. Now my fifth prop is in the Pacers-Mavs game. And this might be my most dumb bet of the season, or it could be my sharpest. But we're going with Jarace Walker over 5.5 rebounds at negative 140. Let's take a quick look at the most recent NBA injury report. If we go to the Pacers, we'll see obviously Tyrese Halliburton, TJ McConnell out again, but Andrew Nembhard is also out still. Benedict Mathurin is now out, and Obi Toppin is out. But let's get into why I really like this play. So Jarace Walker was actually projected 30 minutes when I locked this in. Now he's projected 31. And I honestly think those minutes are blowout proof since the Pacers have so many backups playing for them. They are on blowout watch to the Dallas Mavericks. But no matter how the games have turned out for the Pacers, Walker has gotten consistent minutes. And if he's projected to play the most minutes he's played so far this season, I'm liking him to get 6 rebounds. Right here, they lost by 25 to the Grizzlies, and he still saw 27. And throughout these 3 games, he's had 9 rebound chances, 10 rebound chances, and 15 rebound chances. So if we look at games where Walker has played at least 21 minutes, which is almost guaranteed, and had at least 9 rebound chances, which I don't expect him to have any less than 9. He's gone over this line in 10 out of 14 games, averaging almost 7 rebounds per game, with all of these misses being at that 9 mark. So if he sees 10 plus rebound chances like he has in his last 2 games, while not touching 30 minutes, I think he could do it versus a Mavs team that has struggled to rebound the ball to start this season. Scotty Barnes had 11, while Brandon Ingram in the same game had 6 rebounds. Keyshawn George had 11 rebounds. And the Mavericks actually have Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively both doubtful for tonight's game. So Anthony Davis is going to get a lot of usage tonight, which is why when we look at this lineup for the Pacers, they have Jay Huff, Isaiah Jackson, and Tony Bradley all projected to play 16 minutes tonight. I think those 3 are just going to rotate on Anthony Davis all night, while Jarace Walker actually gets to play basketball. Another reason why I like Jarace Walker is because these guys that we mentioned, Tony Bradley, Isaiah Jackson, or Jay Huff, aren't very good at rebounding the ball. He got 0 rebounds in 16 minutes last game. Isaiah Jackson had 3 rebounds on 15 minutes, and Tony Bradley had 5 in 25 minutes. So Tony Bradley's the only way I see us losing this Walker bet, because I just don't see who's going to grab rebounds other than Jarris Walker, Pascal Siakam, and Aaron Nesmith and Ben Shepherd, who are both guards. This guy is a 22-year-old forward who's 6'7", 235. He better get his big ass in the paint and grab some rebounds. So yeah, this could be my most dumb bet of the season if Jarris Walker completely shits the bed. But I'm willing to put some money on Jarris Walker to grab 6 boards tonight. And you probably won't see anyone else on this prop. Anyways, my final prop is in the Pelicans Nuggets game, and I'm going with Jamal Murray over 4.5 assists. I don't know how this line is still at -140. I'm guessing it will be like this while you guys are watching this video, but it really doesn't make sense to me. Jamal Murray only had 3 assists on 10 potential last game and went under this line. But other than that, Jamal Murray has had no problem getting 5 assists in a game. I think this -140 line is a mispriced line because, like I showed my winnable subs, BetMGM has it at -140, but then if you go to his 5+ assists, it's at -210, and every other book has this at 5.5 with his 5+ assist line at -160, 170 plus. So to be able to get this line at -140, I think is a steal, because even if we put his ceiling to 10 potential assists, this hit rate is not bad at all. 71%, 43 out of 60 games, averaging 5.6 assists per game if he sees 8 to 10 potential assists. But this season, he's already seen up to 17. So if we put his floor at 9 and his ceiling at 17, I just don't see how this line is at -140 for 4.5 assists. It's almost too good to be true, which does scare me a little bit, but I had to pull the trigger on it. I like his 8.5 RA too, but historically over the past couple seasons, Jamal Murray has been an assist demon versus the Pelicans, averaging 7 assists per game in his last 5 games against them. And if we want to look at last season without Russell Westbrook, because obviously he's not on the team anymore, Jamal Murray had 5 assists in every single game, which is only 7, but still. I think Jokic finally drops 30 versus a terrible Pelicans defense, and I think Jamal Murray assists him on a lot of his points. So yeah, there's not much more I can say. I think Jamal Murray gets 5 assists tonight, so my final prop is Jamal Murray over 4.5 assists. Now, if you guys did like this video and like how I analyze these props, you can get all my plays early by subscribing to my Winnable. I have a free membership and a VIP membership for $5 a month, which is about 16 cents a day for my plays. But whether you're a free member or a VIP member, the real value is joining my Discord, because that's where I actively communicate with you guys about props and about plays that I could possibly be locking in. I like the little community we're already starting to build in it, and my VIP members did get my plays early, and I track everything on this spreadsheet that is available 24/7 to you guys. So again, guys, if you liked today's video and how I analyze these props and you want to join a small community that's slowly growing every day, make sure you subscribe to my Winnable and join that Discord. The link will also be in the description. You don't have to subscribe. That's just how you get my plays early. So yeah, leave a like and subscribe if you guys did enjoy, and leave a comment down below on how I can improve these videos or my research process. But that's all I got for today. Hopefully we can continue the hot run that we are on with the 6-0 sweep. But yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace out.